the first card you have for your past is the Nine of Swords. Yes, obviously, this card's about feeling upset, feeling really down. And I think also it's it's whatever this is keeping this woman up at night. She's really, really upset. She can't sleep. So this is like a shock that's happened. I'm seeing an actual shock, and I'm seeing probably a falling out that's happened between you and another person. And I think there was a shock. They really surprised you with something. Something they said to you really surprised you or shocked you. I don't think it was something they did. I think it was something they said to you. There's a lot of words going through her head with these swords. That's what I'm seeing. Things that pierced your head, hurt you. And I think you did try to talk to this person. I am seeing you trying to communicate with this person. I don't think they could see your side. I think they weren't able to see whatever your side was. And I'm also seeing some other people around this. I don't know if you knew there are other people around this, because I am seeing quite a bit of talk, gossip, drama, something like that. And I think this might be family. So I don't know if this is about you and a family member. I'm seeing surrounding family outside of this disagreement or whatever this was, and people kind of talking and gossiping and taking sides and all of that kind of thing. There's a lot of drama, and I think it's unnecessary drama. I think whatever people were saying were kind of fueling this falling out that was going on. I think this is definitely going to eventually die down. And I think I'm also getting the feeling that you're trying to kind of say not very much, try to distance yourself from this, that you really, really did not need the drama. And I think this person might come back eventually to come and talk to you to try and fix things in some way. But I think if they do that, again, I'm getting family. I keep on seeing family. If they do that, I think the whole dynamic between you of your relationship is going to be totally different. I think no matter what they do or say, I think you're going to have a kind of a lack of trust, and that's going to kind of cloud everything that happens in the future. I think you're going to be very, very, very careful around this person. Definitely, you're going to be very careful as to whether you can trust them or not. That's what I'm seeing. And again, I'm seeing that you're not able to avoid them. So you would love to be able to just walk off and never speak to them again, but you can't do that. And that's another reason why I am seeing that this might be a relative. But yeah, things aren't going to be the same way again, ever again, whether they do talk to you or not. That's what I'm seeing. It's not going to be like, oh, this person's terrible, I hate them. It's not going to be like that. But you're not going to ever have that same level of trust that you used to have with them. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your past is the Hanged Man. I think there was tension building between you for a long, long time. There was this build-up of distrust I'm seeing happening. You kind of didn't trust them, but this was kind of, I think it was probably little things kind of stacked one on top of another, and then there was kind of a final straw of something they said. That's what I'm seeing. And I think you were right just to distance yourself, just to stay away until things died down. I think it was the right choice for you to do that if this is resonating. And I think that's what your instincts were telling you to do, and you're always right to follow your instincts. Again, I think they might approach you to try and settle this. It's not going to be for a while. They're not going to approach you for a while because this is the Hanged Man. They're going to hold back a bit as well. But I think when they do finally come to talk to you, I don't think it's going to be enough to make you feel better at all. I don't think you're going to forgive them. It's going to feel a little bit like, putting a plaster on a broken leg. That's how it's going to feel for you. Not enough for you to forgive them. So, I think what's going to happen probably is you'll have a kind of a polite distance. You probably won't call them very much. You probably won't want to talk to them. You probably won't say much to them. If there's a family gathering or whatever, you'll probably just politely say hello and whatever, but you won't have a lot to do with them. That's the kind of dynamic, the kind of change I'm getting around this. So the next card, or the last card you have for your past, is the Six of Swords. There's a lot of kind of separation in this reading, and it's a bit subtle. Not wanting to kind of rock the boat. There's a boat in this card, so it's like you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to cause any more family drama, you just don't want any more drama, and if they do come to talk to you again, you just, what they have to say isn't going to be enough. But I'm not seeing you having a big argument with them. You're just going to be, well, that's how they are, that's it then, I'm not going to bother with them. So yeah, there's a lot of distancing happening. I'm also seeing another person in this card, and I think this is someone who you might have, I think this might be a love connection. You might have broken up with this second person, this other person, and you might have had some hope that you might connect with them again. You might have had that hope for a long, long time, I think. But I think at this time you're kind of, okay, I can't let this drag on anymore. I just have to try and move on. And this is something that was happening in your heart and in your head. And this was coming from you. It wasn't coming from anything this other person did or said. This was coming from you. You're like, I can't keep on hoping. I can't keep on imagining things are going to be better. I've just got to move on for my own sake. So it's like an emotional shift. And I think at this time you're at the start of making this shift. But I think as this progress happens, as this goes on through this process, you're going to feel stronger and stronger as you move further and further away. Because I think this person was sort of sapping your energy or removing your energy, even if you weren't with them, even when you weren't around them. They were sapping your energy. They were taking up space in your head and in your heart and in your mind. You'd go and do your normal things. You'd go brush your teeth, have a shower, whatever, go do your work. And they'd be there kind of draining your energy on your mind. So this was like a determined thing. They said, right, that's it. I can't have them hijacking my brain anymore. I just have to move on. And so that's what I'm seeing you're going to do. And I've got to say that I still think you might still have some hope that they're going to come back and apologise or say something. I don't think they will do that. I'm getting the feeling that that's not really going to happen. And so I think you're right to do that. But, you know, whether they do or they don't, because you're determined to kind of move forward in your head and move away from this, you'll be stronger no matter what happens. So if they do come back to you, you'll be in a stronger position. If they don't, you're still in a stronger position. So you're doing the right thing. You're on the right track doing this. That's what I'm seeing there. So the first card you have for your present is the 9 of Pentacles. I love this card. I love this independent card. This is a bit like me. Not that I'm lounging around in a garden full of money. I wish I was. But you know, I'm quite an independent person, and I kind of like to kind of do things for myself. And sometimes it's not the best for me to do that. I'm like, I can do it for myself. I can do it for myself. So sometimes it's not the best, but yes. This is you by yourself. You're distancing yourself emotionally from this person I'm seeing in the 6 of Swords, this old love connection. You're moving forward. You're being by yourself. It's going to take some practice before you actually feel whole again. You feel totally by yourself again and happy to be by yourself and happy to have your head on your own things. It's all going to take time, but I think once you get there, you'll be so much happier like this woman. You might not be able to see it now because it's not an easy process to go through, but once you're at the end, you will feel more like this. And yeah, you're going to have to correct yourself. They'll come into your head, they'll drift into your head like this boat in the 6 of Swords, and you'll have to actually say to yourself, no, get out of my head, out, 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 and they'll have to go out. So you're training your emotions. That's what I'm seeing in that card. And, you know, you're giving yourself space. You're giving yourself back. I'm also seeing some money opportunities in this card. This is all about money, this card usually. This might be, it's either a side opportunity or it's another job or another thing that's outside of what you're doing now. I think you might have in the back of your mind that you would like to move either from your job or to move to something else or a business or something outside of where you are now. I'm not getting the impression that you're desperate to move out, that it's so unbearable that you have to move. But it is in your mind. You know that you're not 100% happy if this is resonating on where you are. And you're thinking, okay, what's out there? What can I do? And I think this is a really good time while you're separating in your head from this old person. I think this is a really good time for a totally new job or a new career or a new business, a total change of scene. I think that will help you to distance yourself even more in your head, because you'll have a lot more to think about, and you'll be thinking about your achievements, and that will make you feel stronger as well. So keep on, if this is what you're thinking about, pursue that. And if you do pursue that, again, there's coins all over this card, so it's going to be financially beneficial for you if you do that. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, the next card you have for your present is Justice. So yeah, this is really interesting actually. I'm just I'm looking at the balance of the sword that this woman's holding up on one side, and the scales on the other side. And I think you might be finding out a bit more about what's been going on around this person, this family member, in the Nine of Swords. I was seeing a lot of family gossip and chatting, and this person did this, and they said that, and I said that, and I think they're this, and I think this person's right, and I think this person's wrong. It sounds like the beauty community on YouTube, actually. This person said this person... I can't bear that kind of thing, but, you know, I watch it, you can tell now. So, yeah. They're all gossiping, they're all talking about this falling out and what led up to it and what they said and what they all had to say. And I think you're going to find out some of what's being said at this time. And I think this is going to be revealed to you slowly. You're going to find all of this out. There's a curtain behind the woman on this card, and we can't see what's behind it now, but it's going to be revealed. So I think that's probably some of the things you hear. For me, I think some of them are going to make you even more determined to distance yourself from this person, this family member in the Nine of Swords. But I'm seeing that you should be very, very careful not to listen to what people are saying. You should take more, or you should pay more attention to their actions, and you should pay more attention to your instincts. Because this is a bit like, you know, when gossip happens, there's a kind of a little element of truth in there, but then it turns into something completely different a lot of the time, or people add their emotions, they add bits, and sometimes they're biased. If they like one person over the other one, they'll paint that person to be the angel and the other one's the devil and all this kind of thing. And it's more about them. They put their own feelings and their own self-interest into it. So I would say, you know, I think this is a warning. She's holding up her sword right up high and she's saying no more drama, no more nonsense, I'm cutting it out. And I think that's what you need to do. Listen to your instincts, watch what people do, not what they say. And I think that's going to bring you the real truth. I think that's going to reveal the actual real truth to you, not what people are saying. That's what I'm seeing in that card. I hope that makes sense to you. So yeah, the last card you have your present is the Page of Wands. So yeah, I think this is about this kind of new job that you're thinking about, or you're thinking about like what's out there, what can I do? And I think what's happening is this is all going through your mind. If this is resonating, you're probably sitting in your job wherever you are, behind your desk or whatever you're doing, and you're thinking, oh, what else is out there? Really? Do I have to deal with this crazy colleague? Do I have to deal with this person who thinks I have to be a mind reader, or this annoying person? I'm a bit bored. What else is out there? And I think this is helping you to kind of think deep down, what would I truly, truly, really, really want to do? I'm actually seeing a business here, if this is resonating. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a totally different business, and I think this is coming from the heart. This is coming from something you'd actually really, really love to do. So you're just thinking about it at this time, because the pages are students and they're just learning and they're thinking. They haven't fully developed their minds yet. They haven't worked out exactly how to go about things. So I think that's what you're sorting out at this time. Also, I think there's a sense of fear around this. It's like, I want to do this. I know that this is what I've always wanted to do deep down. Why aren't I doing it? Oh, because I'm also a little bit afraid of that. So there's a bit of both here, because when I look at this page, he's holding up this wand, and it's taller than him, and he's looking up at the growth on it. He's saying, look how much I can grow. Look how much better I can be if I can do this. Look at these leaves at the top of this wand I'm looking at. That's what I want to be. I want to be this person who grows, who does something better than what I'm doing now. But this is taller than me. I'm not big enough to do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I don't feel quite there yet. Maybe I'm not capable. Maybe I don't know enough. And I think you are. I think you are capable. If you look below this wand, there are 3 pyramids pointing upwards. Obviously, pyramids point upwards. So they're like arrows pointing up, and they're telling you, you can go up. You can do this. You can do what you love doing. Don't feel out of place, like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not the kind of person who does this. This page feels out of place. He's wearing winter clothes, but he's in the desert, so he feels out of place, not quite sure of himself. I'm here to tell you that you can do this. You can absolutely do this. I think, again, this whole reading has been about slowness, doing things slowly. So I think what you need to do is take small steps toward doing this. Stay in your job, whatever. Instead of sitting there thinking, oh, I hate this, I hate that, use that. Use your time and use your mind to think, what can I do? What can I do? What's today's step? What can I do today? Maybe I could call someone today. What can I do tomorrow? Maybe I can start, rearranging ideas down. Maybe what can I do the next day? Maybe I can buy a piece of equipment toward that job. What can I do the next day? Do a little thing every day and you'll eventually get there. Pages don't know everything. They have to learn. Nobody knows everything. Anyone who starts a new business or a new job does not know everything. Actually, they probably don't know much at all. They just do what they can and they just keep going. That's what I'm seeing you need to do. Sorry, I don't mean to give you a great big self-help thing. I'm sorry about that. The first card you have for your future is the 3 of Cups. So, again, this is a message to you. Listen to your instincts when it comes to this business. Move very slowly toward it. This is saying a similar thing again. These 3 women are they're drinking, well, they're not they're drinking wine. And wine takes a long time to harvest. It takes a long time to grow the grapes. Then it takes a long time to make the wine, make it into grape juice. Then you have to put it into barrels. Then it takes years and years and years to mature and be nice enough to drink for wine. It takes a long time before you can celebrate at the end of this thing, before you can get to the end of this business and say, hey, I've achieved this, I've done this, I can celebrate. Just know that it's going to take time. Don't be impatient. Just keep on working toward it day after day after day. The other thing I'm seeing here is this isn't going to happen straight away, because I think with this business thing you're going to, you're just in the very, very early stages. But later on down the line, I am seeing that you are going to do this. Later on down the line, you are going to meet with some people, because you are going to have to bring some other people on board to do this with. Just be careful who you trust around this. I don't want to make you paranoid. There are some people who are going to pretend that they're one thing, that they have their front to you, that they're showing you their honesty, but they actually don't. They have their back to you. They're thinking about themselves. Because I'm just looking at this card and 2 women are facing us and one has their back to us. I'm just seeing that now. So again, this is about not going by what people say to you, going by what people do, going by their actions, and also following your instincts. So you're going to have to use that again down the line somewhere in this business, but don't let that worry you or stop you. That's a problem for the future. It doesn't matter now. The next card you have for your future is the 7 of Swords. Yes. So I think this person in the 6 of Swords, this person who is an old love connection that you're moving on from, I think this person hurt you as well. I think they did something to really hurt you. You've had these 2 people hurt you, a relative and this ex, or whoever this is. They really, really, really hurt you. Now, what I'm seeing is you are moving on in your head and you're moving forward. I think there's a part of your heart and a part of your mind that's still going to be thinking, do they know how much they hurt me? Do they know how much they affected me? Do they know what they did to me? Do they appreciate it? This card's telling me that yes, they did. They understand how much they hurt you. If you look at this card, obviously this man's sneaky. He's been causing hurt to people, stealing, whatever he's doing. But he's looking back on these two swords, and he can see that he's left a mark on what he's left behind with these two swords that are kind of stuck into the ground. So that's telling me that they know, they're looking back on what they've done, and they are recognizing that. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to come forward and apologize. And I think it's probably best, you probably don't want to hear this, but it's probably best they don't, because I think that would mess you all up again and put you back to square one or something. So it's best that they keep their distance and you keep your distance from them. But they do know, just know that they know how much they hurt you. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So yeah, the last card you have for your future is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful card. I think you're going through this beautiful internal process of growing, getting stronger, getting peace in your life, distancing yourself from people who aren't good to be around. I won't call them bad people, just people who you shouldn't have around you. I think as you go through this and you trust yourself and you get stronger and stronger, you might even cut some people out as well. You might do that. And yeah, you're working toward peace. You're working toward that. And that's why I think I'm very happy that I wasn't seeing that person coming back to apologize, because I think that would set you backwards. Again, you're working toward a peaceful future. You're working toward peace in your life, and you don't want to be kind of thrown into turmoil again. Also, you're going to have to build up your strength for this new job or business or whatever this is. Please pursue this. Please do this. This is going to be a long, slow process as well. So please don't be Please don't be impatient. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Don't be like that. It's going to definitely happen. It's definitely going to happen to you, because I can see the Nine of Pentacles. So just trust the process. Do what you can day by day, and you will get through this, and you'll be very, very, very strong at the end of this, and also you'll be strong financially at the end of this business thing or this project.